The Association of Radical Midwives welcomes this report and endorses its findings, which accord with its own observations and experiences over many years. Our Midwives Haven support network has supported many midwives undergoing the NMC's fitness to practice processes after we became concerned at the fitness to practice culture operating at the NMC. We have seen the fitness to practice process at close hand and have become very troubled by what we have learned from that. The NMC's lawyer-driven, adversarial, punitive, destructive, and ridiculously drawn-out approach to professional discipline and regulation is not in the public interest. It works against a restorative, retentive, and learning-based approach to clinical errors or poor practice. Fear has pervaded the workplace, as admitted by the previous CEO, Andrea Sutcliffe. Thousands of registrants have left the profession as a result of their experiences or those of colleagues, and many of these were eventually found to have no case to answer or allegations dismissed. Others have taken their own lives, 6 in the last year, something the NMC did not even keep statistics on until Midwives Haven insisted they audit this. The NMC in particular has carried out what can only be termed a persecution of independent, self-employed midwives. These midwives are subjected to multiple investigations by the NMC. The charges made against them often result from the NMC's complete lack of understanding of women's reproductive rights and autonomy. The NMC is directly having a detrimental effect on choice for women in this country. We are also concerned at the makeup of fitness to practice panels and their training. We have seen and formally complained about the bullying of registrants by panel chairs. Fitness to practice case conduct breaches the Nolan principles so frequently as to be routine, such as in the suppression of documents that aid the registrant's defence. Case preparation, organisation and running is too often simply a disgrace, with chaotic bundles, poor IT and unnecessary delays due to poor organisation. Panellists are appointed, appraised and paid by the NMC. The clinical knowledge and experience of registrant panel members is too often outdated or irrelevant to the case. The registrant's sworn testimony and evidence is too often simply disbelieved in favour of that of a manager, even when there is a long history of bullying of the registrant by that same manager or of whistleblowing by the registrant. The NMC is effectively an institutional bully of the professions it regulates. Far from maintaining public safety, the NMC is a contributor to the implosion of the maternity services over recent years and the unsafe environments in which women in the UK are giving birth to their children. We believe racism permeates the NMC's fitness to practice processes. Black, ethnic minority and overseas midwives are disproportionately referred to the NMC, and these referrals are predicated on the many and various manifestations of racism and prejudice in the workplace. Successive NMC fitness to practice annual reports have identified the disproportionate referral rate of BAME midwives and nurses. We have seen overt racism in fitness to practice cases, and our black colleagues in particular are hounded out of our profession without the racist threads running through their cases being recognised or challenged. We believe that the NMC is incapable of reform. We urge the new government to abolish the NMC and to replace it with smaller, smarter midwifery and nursing regulatory bodies with much more oversight and leadership from professional and expert lay people, able to build a professional regulatory structure that is compassionate, able to look at structural issues as well as those relating to the individual registrant. The NMC does not have the confidence of midwives in the UK. Please, Secretary of State, take action.